Welcome, everybody, to the Notorious OTB, brought to you by the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. And, folks, as always,
it's all good, baby. It was all a dream.
We used to read Blood Horse Magazine. I got my Cuban link.
Yes, Cuban D.
I'm your host, Chase Sessoms, the Wolf of Oaklawn.
I'd rather be trapped than lazy. Don't care what they say, I'ma do what they say.
It happens every year about this time. Weaklings act like they lost their mind. Alphas reclaim the neighborhood. Rob the sheep and all the wolves get good.
Yes. Welcome to the show back. I would say joining me as always, typically, but joining me again, you might know him as the Michelangelo of the crime, Michael Jordan. He's your favorite capper's favorite capper. Shirts available, by the way. Ladies and gentlemen, Barry the Sniper Spears.
Hey, don't rub on that. You block that. You understand? That's alpaca. That's $25,000 alpaca. You block that shit. Right. You don't rubble. Put the club soda on there.
Put the club soda on Barry's alpaca. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, what's up, man? Long time no see, it feels like, right?
I know it was like I told everyone who filled in, which, by the way, big shout out to Jessica
Sarah.
Will Singleton. Yeah, Malcolm Bamford for joining me, and then Sarah, who did a 3-show stint with me. Just big thanks for getting everything in for BC week. But man, you were out there at Del Mar. How was it?
Oh, it was great. The racing was great. The hospitality was great. So I was there in a media capacity. So I got to do a lot of things, see a lot of stuff, talk to connections, be in the paddock. I was spreading it around, but it was absolutely fun for my first time. Shout out to Louis Rabeau and the good people at Horse Racing Happy Hour for getting me out there, and we did the damn thing. So we had a good time.
For sure, man. Big shout out to Louis Rabeau, by the way. He's friend of the show, Louis Rabeau. Barry, something important happened this weekend.
Oh,
that's right.
Oaklawn on the track.
Your boy
Oaklawn on the track.
yeah.
had some winners on BC Saturday. I hit 3 of my 6 wagers from our BC Classic Day show. Our $100 budget show ended up bringing back $170 out of what ended up being a $75 bankroll for me after the scratch of Mystic Dan. I had a winner with Splendora in the Filly and Mare Sprint, and the winner and Exacta in the Classic with Forever Young. I've always said that when a Japanese horse wins a big race, that I'll be holding that ticket, and I'll be goddamned if it didn't finally happen. So it's a celebration. How'd your? I want to say you had a long shot. I saw on Twitter for She's So Spicy.
Yeah, we called the audible on She's So Spicy. She looks so phenomenal in the paddock. It was unbelievable. I had never seen a horse look that good. And she ran like it, and then Ben Tornado did the same thing the next race. But Louis actually really scored on Ethical Diamond. He had a nice across the board bet on that one, and took care of dinner. So we had a good old time.
It was a Breeders' Cup that seemed to be a little bit devoid of like big. There was no Australia. There was no bar of gold at this.
It was funny because Ethical Diamond, when he went to bet, was 45-1, and the horse ended up being 25-1, which was probably right, because the correction, they were way too big of an overlay, but definitely got paid for it, so that's a good thing.
Well, let's talk about overlays because it's Tuesday, and on Tuesdays, Barry and I like to dream big. That's right. It's time for Tuesday long shots here at the Notorious OTB. Because it's the best game in town on a Tuesday, we're turning our attention to Horseshoe Indy, and we've dug through this Horseshoe Indy card from the rooter to the tutor to give our very best plays at the very best odds. Let's pull up some past performances. We're talking Horseshoe Indy Tuesday today, the 4th of November, year of our Lord 2025. Post time for this card is going to be 2:10 Eastern, 1:10 God's time, 11:10 a.m. Pacific time, out where Barry was on the Pacific coast. And Barry, by virtue of how numbers work, you are going to be kicking us off. Race 6, 8.5 furlongs, a $30,000 non-winners, a 2-something. I'm not here to read your fucking conditions. Claimer on the turf. Barry, what do you got in mind here for race 6?
Yeah, I thought this race was interesting. There's it looks on paper like it's going to play pretty fair. There's some speedy types that are kind of faint-hearted, like the one Rackman. Finn McSorley likes to be close up. Bet on Brett will probably need to get involved early. And then possibly Fletcher Bay and even the 11. Are you looking for Ray Ray? And maybe even the 12 could get involved. But either way, without the outside horses, this should be a pretty fair pace up front. I landed on number 7, BB Prince. This horse came back off a layoff from December 28th, 2024 on September 10th, 2025. Just kind of ran around there, didn't really make a move. This was at the allowance $34,000 level, non-winners of 1. But if you look back, this horse has only run 3 times. The first race this horse ever ran on October 9th, 2024, won. Pretty decent effort. Beat a horse in Special Justice who's actually in this race that day. And that was a pretty good baseline. Got a 7-2 buyer for that event. And I think this horse, kind of lost his way, went to Turfway, ran on the synthetic, didn't like it, and then was laid off until September of this year. So something obviously went amiss. The horse has come back training well, ran that race on the 10th and worked out on the 22nd of September, the 30th, October 10th, October 21st, and my birthday, October 28th. So I think they're really looking to get a win out of this race, especially springboarding into Turfway. I think they really have their eyes set on maybe a race or 2 at Turfway, it seems, over the winter. But this will be a good jumping off point because this horse does seem to like the turf. So at 10-1, seems like a pretty good bet in here. I don't believe we'll get 10-1. Probably 6 or 7-1, maybe even a little bit less than that, but I'll take it in a race like this. So we're going with number 7, BB Prince, to the hoop.
You know what's funny, Barry? I kind of zoned out there at the end, and it's not because what you were giving was boring. It was because I was adding your birthday to my calendar on my phone because I want to be the first to wish you a happy birthday next year and try to outdo Sean Patrick Nolan, who is the GOAT of birthday wishes.
Yeah, he's not many birthdays get by him for sure.
That's for damn sure. Real quick, before we hit our next play, we got to deal with a first bet. That's 1ST bet. If you got a $250 sign up bonus with code SGPN, $25 bonus for every $100 you bet over your first 60 days. Max bonus up to $250. So check that out at first bet. Barry, my play also comes out of race 6.
Heyo.
And it's going to be, we got surrounded here. This seemed like the most target-rich environment to find a horse at a good price because of the field size. And I think that the pace setup lends itself to one horse specifically that might be rounding into something nice on the form cycle. I'm going to a horse you don't like, the 11. Well, I actually don't like it either, just for the fact that they used all 17 characters with absolutely no spaces. Are you looking for Ray Ray at 10-1? If you look past the fact it was at Belterra Park last out, you're left with a really good effort in a non-winners of 2 lifetime allowance race where Are You Looking for Ray Ray barely missed by a nose. Then if you look 3 races back at the other recent race on the turf, you see another really strong effort on the grass at Ellis Park. Then if you look at the last time the horse was in its 3rd start off the layoff, there was a noted pop in performance on the all-weather at Turfway. I've always thought that all-weather form translates best to the turf. It just seems like it's all-weather is more of like a turfy kind of surface than a dirt. We're 3rd off the layoff again, and the same pattern seemed to be at play with the steady improvement. One more step forward in this spot is probably good enough to win this race. So it looks like it's a distinct possibility that it happens. And Drury ships this one in where he hasn't had the best of results, going 0 for 1 at the track, but he's a 21% trainer on the year. So I think we might have something sneaky good here with the jockey he pairs up with to win at like a 23% clip. And that's with a healthy 101 race sample size. So I think there's a lot of good here that makes it easy to look past any warts that there might be with this horse. So I'm going with number 11. Are You Looking for Ray Ray?
I want to say I used that horse in one of our pick 3s when we did Belterra.
I want to say you're probably right. The name looked familiar. Man, Belterra. That's just rough going right there. But
I think we were trying to get away from Parks, and we went Belterra, and it was another debacle where just weird results happened. I think it was Monday.
Nothing like Tuesday or Monday racing, man. Nothing like it. You're trying to get right sometimes from the weekend, and it's just it can be a ball breaker. All right, Barry, how do you feel about wrapping up picks?
I think we must.
Is mandatory. Here we go, Barry.
Oh,
Your Tuesday Horseshoe Indy long shot. Let's hear it.
Yeah, we're going race number 6, number 7, BB Prince to the hoop. Stand in line after you bet, and we might have an exacta.
I love Dunkin', guys. What are you talking about?
Especially with the caramel in it.
Oh, that sounds pretty. I'm a sucker for caramel. Here we go. Horseshoe Indy long shot for Tuesday. Race 6. I'm going number 11. Are you looking for Ray? 10-1 on the morning line. I would probably put the house on it if it were Are You Looking for JoJo. Do you know why?
Why?
I have a theory that all JoJos are fast. I've never seen a slow JoJo.
That's a good assessment. Remember FloJo? She was quick.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
All right. We miss you every day, FloJo. I think.
Yeah.
Maybe just now. Yeah, we miss her every day. Okay. I like it.
She's in the same category as Uncle Charles, y'all.
I still can't believe he was taken from us. All right, that's gonna do it for us here at the Notorious OTB. Barry, you got any parting words for the folks?
Let's get this money.
Let's get this money. Let me find. I think I already know what clip I'm gonna be riding out on today. As soon as I find it. Oh, there it is. All right. We will see you tomorrow, bright and early, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. God's time. See you then.
And I'll have enough money to hit the club and get some fresh